Alright, welcome back to WMAC Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a fight review. So we're going to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut for Bellator number 251. We're going to the Featherweight division. Janay Harding coming in at 5-4, taking on Jessy Miele coming in at 9-4. So first round, they had a nice bit of back and forth striking to start the fight. Both were finding their shots. And then they clinched, and there was some nice clinch work there by Harding, utilizing the knees and elbows well. Now, Miele was reversed and was able to get a quick trip takedown, but Harding had slapped on a nice whizzer to stop the momentum and to get right back up without really being fully taken down. Now, Harding herself, though, got a takedown at about the 3 minutes, 58-second mark and landed in guard, and from there landed some decent ground and pound to finish out the round. Now, there was a cut on Harding's right eyebrow, and excuse me, they said it was probably from, I think they said it was a clash of heads. Second round, Harding started to find a home for her shots early, but then she threw a kick, and it was, kind of slow and kind of easily telegraphed. And Miele was able to catch it, and she caught the kick and then, backed Harding up to the fence in order to stop the momentum. From there, Harding tried to get a trip takedown, but it was stopped by Miele, who then controlled in the clinch some more. Now, Miele then got her own takedown, but Harding was able to sweep shortly after. And then Harding fought off a guillotine attempt. And really, it wasn't like that tight of a choke. It was mostly Miele was using the guillotine to control Harding and keep her in the closed guard. But she ended up letting it go. Miele ended up letting it go, and then she used her legs to kick off of Harding and make space to stand. Miele again, though, caught another kick from Harding to clinch, but Harding was able to reverse it, and then with 10 seconds left, Harding got a very nice hip toss. I mean, basically textbook hip toss, and landed some elbows from side control to finish out the round. Now third round, I thought both of them coming out of their corner looked a little bit nervous. Harding, I think she knew that she was ahead, but it could easily be taken, whereas Miele looked nervous because she knew she was down 2 rounds. Excuse me. Now, Harding backed Miele up with some punches, but forcing basically Miele, in order to again stop the momentum, she clinched and then got a very nice body lock trip takedown, landed in Harding's half guard. From there, Miele decided to work for a straight arm lock on the right arm of Harding, and when she didn't get that, she started punching to the body. But Harding, though, got a decent sweep and used it to get on top and pass to half guard. From there, Miele started hunting for a Kimura from the bottom, and she was doing some nice work trying to get that Kimura out, getting the arm away from Harding's body. But eventually, she gave that up, went high, logged in a triangle, and had it. And then I can't remember if she was losing the triangle, if it was loosening up, but she switched to a belly down armbar. I guess she really thought she had to get that finish. So she went for a belly down armbar, but she didn't really have it and basically lost control and lost position. So Harding was then on top, circled around to the back, took the back of Miele and worked really hard for the last minute to get a rear naked choke. She had it in tight too in the final seconds, but she just didn't latch it in early enough to get the tap out. So it went to the bell. The judges gave it 30-27 times 3 for the winner by unanimous decision, Janay Harding. Now, I thought there were some nice improvements on Harding's behalf, mostly to her overall game, but I liked the sweeps that she landed. They weren't the greatest of sweeps, but they got the job done, and that was something that she had a problem with in past fights. She'd get her back on the mat, and she just had a hard time getting off of it. Now, I thought that Miele could have taken the third, but she blundered with that belly down armbar. Now, she probably figured she wasn't going to get the triangle, so she had to go for that armbar and was really needed to finish in order to get the win. But by doing that, she ended up giving up good position and almost got finished herself. Now, for things to work on, for Harding, her momentum control and her aggression. I thought she got too aggressive a few times, and it allowed Miele to really take control, stuff that momentum, and really just slow down the fight and bring it into Miele's game. So Harding needs to work on not getting too over aggressive. Like, for example, when she backed Miele up to the fence, she kind of stayed on her, and that allowed Miele to clinch with her and basically just stop Harding's momentum. So she needs to work on not getting overly aggressive. Also, she needs to rotate her hips when she's throwing her kicks. Her kicks are, like even Chael Sonnen said, they're too much like Taekwondo style kicks. She's not really throwing them with any real force, and she's not rotating her hips to really create that momentum and that force. So needs to work on that as well. Because two of them were caught, and that allowed Miele to again stop Harding's momentum. Now for Miele, she needs to, excuse me. Basically, it's a fight IQ thing. She had control in the third round, could have taken it, and she went for the finish. Now, probably figured she needed that finish to win, but she gave up a controlling position and probably could have taken the round. Not knowing the score, sometimes that's a better thing, sometimes it's not, but you got to know when to take the risks and when to keep a controlling position. Now for fights to make, for Miele, sticking with Miele, I think a match between her and Olga Rubin makes a lot of sense. Both are riding 2 straight losses. Both need to get their momentum back. Both really need to make a statement in their next fight. And both have a rugged style that I think would suit each other well to make for a very entertaining fight. So Jessy Miele versus Olga Rubin would be nice. Now for Janay Harding, she's got her momentum back. Now she's got to work towards stepping up in the competition and working towards that title shot. I think a fight with Sinead Kavanagh, who's on a 2-fight run right now, would make a lot of sense as well. If Bellator decides to make that fight, I think that would be a good fight as well between two technically minded strikers. Okay, so those are my thoughts on this featherweight fight. Like I said, nice improvements made by Janay Harding to her overall game, particularly when it came to getting those sweeps to reverse position on the ground, which she had trouble with in the past. Let me know your thoughts on the fight in the comments down below, and while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to WMMAC Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.